Hey, brother! And welcome everyone to Who Wants to Be a Galleonaire, the game show where Ben and I are going to answer Harry Potter trivia questions by ourselves with multiple choice to find out who's going to be the richest wizard in the world.
I am super excited about this. It's going to work just like a typical episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I guess that's like the Muggle version that we're borrowing this idea from. But we will, of course, have the 50-50. We will have Phone a Friend and Poll the Audience. It's going to be very interesting to have both of us answering questions while we're not in the same room.
I know. I guess like there's a possibility that one of us gets like every question right or gets to the end and someone just like craps out at like 6 questions or something.
6? Why would you say 6?
I don't know.
Do you know something about question 6?
I know nothing about any of the
Am I going to be out on
questions.
question 6?
No, I think you'll make it. I think we'll hopefully get past 6.
There's a piece of molten like spoons that was turned into liquid metal that is now existing in the center of my chest.
You got molten spoons in there?
I got molten spoons in there.
I told you not to eat that for lunch, Ben.
I know, but it looks so shiny. Hey, brother! In case you guys are new to the Who Wants to Be a Galleonaire format, that's okay because we are too. We have 15 questions that have been written by our quizmasters over on Patreon, and those questions will be asked to us by our very own Eth Answers.
Yeah, you can not see him, but we can.
We can, yeah.
Usual.
He's waving. Hi, he's like
such
this,
waving.
This way. Now, is he over there? You have no idea, but we do.
No, we sure do. We sure do. The questions should be increasing in difficulty according to our polling, so every question will get a little bit harder than the last. And I'm very excited about the poll the audience because it will mean that we get on Instagram, go live, and have like 30 seconds to get an answer from them.
Yes, and then you have to like trust whether or not to believe them.
I know, so that's exciting.
I know, so it'll be really fun. So some people who are on Instagram on that one day may know like one of the questions.
They might know.
They might know something that's inbound. Yeah,
exactly.
It should be a lot of fun. I know they'll probably know better than us. I feel confident about that.
All right, so should we rock, paper, scissors for the power of choice?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Right. I want to go second.
You want to go second?
I want to go second. Yep, I'm outie. I'm outie.
Right. I guess I'm up first.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Jonathan, Ben, welcome to Who Wants to Be a Galleonaire.
It's great to see you, Regis. I mean, Ethan.
R.I.P. Regis Philbin.
I don't know how to do that.
I am so ready. I'm like very excited about this.
The sheer amount, like I wish I had a heart rate monitor on right now.
It's just general knowledge, Harry Potter, right?
General
not like
Harry Potter knowledge.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
I do have a heart rate monitor on right now. Yeah, it's like I can like watch it like scoping up. Like I was just sitting there watching the Olympics in the room. It went from like 60 to like 80.
Question number 1, worth 1 knut, and submitted by Hannah Gear. What does the Hogwarts motto say in English?
Ooh!
Is it A, never snuggle a sleeping thestral? B, never touch a sleeping mermaid? C, never tickle a sleeping dragon? Or D, never kiss a sleeping niffler?
I'm gonna go. I got this on lock. We made a whole video about it. Easy peasy. Hogwarts used to be a dragon, and therefore the motto is
C, never tickle a sleeping dragon. Final answer.
never tickle a sleeping dragon. C.
That is correct.
Woo! All right, so far so good.
For 1 knut, that is correct, Ben.
Man, I would say though, like outside of this universe, like that's a
100% of people who were polled got that question correct.
okay. Like I was saying,
only one.
the easiest possible question imaginable, and everybody knows it. We're all on the same page.
Question number 2. What breed of owl is Hedwig?
Okay.
Is she A, a barn owl, B, a horned owl, C, an eagle owl, or D, a snowy owl?
I would go with D, snowy owl.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with D, snowy owl. Final answer.
That's something I wouldn't question ever. But you asking, is that your final question? It's like, I mean, is it? Should I second guess myself? Do I always? I do. So, but yes, snowy owl.
D, snowy owl is correct. That is correct.
Okay, this is like, right away I'm like, these are so easy that I'm afraid it's going to get so hard.
This is easier than the motto question, but somebody got this wrong?
Don't forget, you have 3 lifelines you can use
right, we got 3
whenever
lifelines.
you want.
Whenever, yes, we'll get it. Yeah, okay.
Question number 3 is worth 1 sickle and submitted by Abby H. From which train station does the Hogwarts Express depart every year, September 1st? Is it A, Paddington Station, B, King's Cross Station, C, Waterloo Station, or D, Liverpool Street Station?
Oh, man. Again, I'm kind of surprised that it's even possible that somebody missed this.
It's going to be B, King's Cross Station.
But the correct answer is B, King's Cross Station.
B, King's Cross Station is correct.
Yeah! Dude, the test anxiety flowing through me right now is like so extremely massive. I don't know if it's like being on set like alone. But yeah, it's like of course I know this, and I'm like, what if you don't know it?
What if I don't know it?
If you, I mean, what if you have like,
What if it's a helicopter?
what if it's a helicopter?
Question number 4 for 9 3/4 sickles. This question was submitted by Penelope. How many balls are there total in a Quidditch match? Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4?
Literally, I was like, snitch, bludger number A,
All right, yeah.
bludger number 1,
This is like, I'm like making sure I don't miss obvious questions.
quaffle,
3. Pick number 3, my lord.
4.
But it's 4.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
It is 4. 4 is correct.
I can see like a little tiny like glimmer of fire in your eyes every time you're like, is that your final
Is that
answer?
your final answer?
It's like I am getting to torture you right now.
4 is correct for 9 3/4 sickles.
Woo!
Do you
Oh
want
my
to go
gosh.
for 1 galleon?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue.
Question number 5 is for 1 galleon and submitted by Tina's Hot Dog Sophie. What are the names of Ron and Hermione's kids? Is it A, Molly and Hugo, B, Luna and Jack, C, Rose and Hugo, or D, Jack and Rose?
I was worried that this would feel more unclear to me,
Oh man.
but I feel good about it. Because this is like well, it's I guess it's not really cursed child territory, it's epilogue territory, but even still.
It is going to be C, Rose and Hugo.
C, Rose and Hugo.
That's your final answer.
Final answer.
Was that your final answer?
It is.
That is correct!
Yeah, we got that one.
That's correct. You are officially a Galleonaire. You
Yeah!
received 1 galleon. You are officially
I don't know where they came up with
a
Hugo.
Galleonaire. Hugo! Yeah.
Yeah, or Rose, for that matter.
I got a whole galleon to my name.
Seems like maybe Fred would have been a great name among our kids.
Just having one of you is really weird.
I know, I'm like, I gotta just like...
Our next question for 2 galleons was submitted by Law Ninja. What wizard gained notoriety by attempting to train trolls to dance ballet? Is it A, Barnabas the Barmy, B, Podrick Batworthy, C, Egbert the Egregious, or D, Moldavort?
Oh boy. Really tempted by D, not gonna lie.
Wow!
Is that your final answer?
It is not my final answer.
Thought I had you.
This is a question that if I was asked this on a Jay versus Ben and didn't have multiple choice, I would miss it.
I am like 95% sure that it's A.
Goodness gracious. I mean, it's at least the problem even here is if you were like, all right, well, if I wanted to eliminate some answers, we know one of them. So like a 50-50 would not be worth using because it would just be eliminating 25%.
Barnabas.
Because you know it's not Moldavort, as much as I would love it to be.
You sure about that?
I am fairly certain I was there when the name Moldavort was invented. So I feel quite confident about that, unless somehow during pandemic SCB Harry Potter trivia, we also created the Harry Potter canon that is training trolls to dance ballet, which wouldn't surprise me, you know. But
It does feel like something we would say offhand in a video.
Yes, much the same as our good buddy Seamus Gorman loves trains. It's a known fact. Be sure to let him know every time you see him on the internet that we're thinking of him and his trains.
The Barmy.
I would have it down to 2 for sure. So then it would be like, is there a chance that the other one I would think would be eliminated?
Barnabas.
Well, sometimes though, I felt like what Regis would do is you'd be like, well, I know it's this or this. And then they do 50-50, and then they would just be like, you're right, it's this or this. And then you're like, well, crap, that doesn't help me at all.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with A.
I'm in such a ridiculous state of panic because I'm like, it's way too early to use a 50-50 right now. This would be ridiculous. But if I lose on question 6, like, the stakes have never been higher. I think it's A.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Yeah.
That's correct. A is correct. Barnabas the Barmy.
Woo!
It is a little bit trickier. That's what like came to my mind first, and then I'm like,
That was too close.
Imagine if you had just shot that in the dark and missed. 3 lifelines.
I know.
It's the tapestry in the room requirement hallway.
Yes, it is. That is right. It's across from this. Actually, if you play Hogwarts Legacy, I remember before I got to the room of requirement, like part of the game, just walking past that and seeing the troll on the wall and being like, just turning, being like, it's right here.
But I haven't unlocked that mission yet.
I haven't gone to enough classes and done enough homework yet.
Question number 7 for 7 galleons, submitted by Anna Kate. Which OWL exam does Harry miss due to being in the hospital wing? Is it A, History of Magic, B, Transfiguration, C, Potions, or D, Astronomy?
Okay, so,
I think that it's not astronomy, because I think that is the OWL that they're taking.
Astronomy is when they see
Where they're like looking out the window and they're seeing
Umbridge and thugs.
Hagrid be attacked, and then McGonagall step out, and then McGonagall is attacked.
Also, like, the whole class is watching, so he's obviously not in the hospital wing.
Unless that's divination.
And I'm pretty sure...
Which also feels like it would be like from like a high fixture point. I know it's not B or C.
Obviously, he gets grades in Transfiguration and Potions, so he doesn't miss those.
And then I feel like History of Magic, something is going on, and it's just sort of like he's trying to remember, then he's like, okay, I'm out, I'm done.
So I'm going to go with A, History of Magic.
Did Jay have this much trouble? Was he squiggling? No? Cat just shook her head no. That was, oh man. A, History of Magic.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Final answer?
Yes.
It is correct. That is correct.
Woo!
It is amazing how asking if it's your final answer, like, puts all of the doubt inside of you.
Question number 8, submitted by Angelo Yu and worth 10 galleons. In the Hall of Prophecy, on which shelf is the prophecy about Harry and Voldemort located? Is it A, 94, B, 96, C, 97, or D, 99?
Holy crap.
I should know this one. Gosh, this is...
Why did I think it was like 600 something?
I mean,
I was like, when the 94 popped up, I was like, okay, at least it's not that.
like, 97 stands out because it has a 7 in it, but like 94 doesn't feel wrong either. Gosh, they are really all over the place.
Oh, this is dreadful.
The thing is, even if it had said like 94, 87...
What would be a good way to remember this by?
63! Like, I wouldn't have been able to narrow in on the 90s.
Don't forget, you have 3 lifelines.
I know, but even then I'm like...
My immediate thought was like, I went to like Gringotts numbers for like...
What would be the best one to use here?
90s. 94 is kind of feeling more correct, but...
Because if you were to poll, like, I feel like...
Gosh.
I
am very uncertain here.
Instagram likely would have it.
I don't feel like this is the sort of thing Beth is going to know off the top of her head.
I doubt phoning would.
If I were to like phone a wife here.
And 50-50 would really only narrow me into a 50-50 anyway. So...
I feel like I'm going to have to poll the audience here because
Okay.
I don't know that removing two of them is going to help me very much.
Okay.
Okay, I will do my audience. So I just press this and it'll go live?
I think so.
Okay.
3,
2,
1.
Okay, we are live because I am doing a new
Jay vs. Ben style game show.
and I need the ability to ask people of the interweb.
I have 60 seconds to get one answer out of you guys, so
I need your help desperately inside of this moment to answer a question. It is in the Hall of Prophecy.
on which shelf is the prophecy about
Harry and Voldemort.
located?
Is it 94, 96, 97, or 99?
Go. You can look it up. It doesn't matter. Just whatever the correct answer is.
Do you know the answer, interweb? I only have 1 minute to answer this.
Brett's thought says the answer is Lucius Malfoy. No, it's not 17.
Hey, Data, how's it going?
Okay. I'm getting 2 97s in here. I'm getting 3 97s.
Cuckoo
37.
Ruza says 97. Jules Hockey says 97. J May K, 97, 97. Is there anybody who doesn't think it's 97?
Okay, a bunch of people are saying 87. I'm seeing a lot of 97s. Okay. All right, I have to go. Thank you for your help.
Okay, it looks like 97 is the answer based on everybody. Oh, goodness gracious. Why would somebody chime in with a 96 at this moment? Alex Dingwall.
2, 1.
Bye, guys. Wish me luck.
I'm gonna stop it.
Alex Dingwall better not be right, because I'm going to go with C, 97.
Okay, so in my head, I was leaning towards 94. And the very first person said 94 or 95. And I was like, 95 is not one of the options. It's probably 94 then. But then everyone else said 97. So I'm going to trust them and go with 97. Also, it has a 7 in it, so that helps. 97.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct.
Woo! Oh, goodness gracious.
97 is correct.
Oh my gosh, that was tricky.
You've gotten 10 galleons.
All right, we did it.
Wow.
Would that 50-50 have helped?
No, I would have said 96. 100%. Yeah, because I had the 6 in my head, so
Fair.
I was leaning that way, so.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one down. One lifeline out of the question.
Out of the question.
Okay. Hello and welcome everybody to the Scenic Group, where today I'm just still here. But I still get to tell you about today's sponsor, Away Travel. And I am so excited for this because Away suitcases are the only bags my family uses to travel. We've got one in nearly every size, and if I've ever even had the faintest desire for something different from a bag, it's having like a soft-sided option, but guess what? Away has delivered. Like literally delivered to my house. I have one now. Exhibit A. And honestly, I'm immediately obsessed. For one thing, it's just like easily the best looking soft-sided suitcase bag that I've ever seen, but it also maintains all of that like thoughtful Away bag design integrity that like you've come to know and love. Just listen to this zipper action. Oh yeah. And it's a glidey roller, look at that. Woo! Trying to run off on me. And if you're not familiar with Away bags, then no worries at all, but let me just say that they are like so deceptive because they have this like fantastic form factor and seem to just slide neatly and evenly into overhead storage bins and cars alike with ease. Then they also possess this like bizarre ability to just hold so much more stuff than you might think thanks to their unique interior compression system. And y'all might know that like I'm a shoe guy and shoes are bad for travel because they are big. And these bags hold shoes. And other stuff too, of course. Listen to that like sound. Funk. Honestly, you just have to check out the new soft side luggage from Away. Head on over to awaytravel.com/J-versus-B. That's awaytravel.com/J-versus-B to see the new soft side luggage from Away. awaytravel.com/J-versus-B. Link in the description down below.
Well, welcome everyone to the Scenic Table, where we need to give a huge thank you to today's sponsor, Arena Club. Y'all, we love working with Arena Club because we here at Super Carlin Brothers love trading cards. Like, we even have an entire another show just dedicated to opening packs on our gaming channel. Literally thousands of booster packs over the years, and while we've seen some amazing pulls, you really just never know what the odds are that you could pull something huge. And that is where Arena Club steps in, because they offer slab packs, cards that have been graded by professionals to ensure their quality, and those slabs are then all listed alongside the percentage chance of pulling them on their website. And this is full transparency, like it is the exact odds of every card that can be pulled from a set. And how it works is simple. You open your pack digitally online and see your pull. And then it automatically goes into your showroom, but can also just be physically shipped to you at any time. We opened this digitally, but then they sent us the physical card. And right now, you can get 10% off your first purchase by going to arenaclub.com/jverseb, which, wow, that is a crazy offer. 10% off like a 400 slab pack. That's $40 off right there. But that's arenaclub.com/jverseb for 10% off your first purchase. Link is in the description down below.
For 15 galleons and submitted by Chewy Badger, what is the maximum speed of a Firebolt broomstick?
Oh gosh.
Is it 75 miles per hour, 100 miles per hour, 125 miles per hour, or 150 miles per hour?
Oh dear.
Okay.
I am pretty sure it is like an outrageous 150 miles per hour.
I think. Okay. I feel fairly certain that it is not 75 or 100. But oddly, the number that came to mind was 140. So clearly things are being stored in my brain in corrupted files. Which is great. Great news for me. I mean, 150 does seem just cataclysmically fast to be traveling on a narrow strip of wood.
D.
But it's closer. And 15 galleons.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. You could buy a wand, maybe even
you
two.
could buy 2 wands.
2 wands?
Or like a Ford Focus.
A Ford Focus. D, 150.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Woo-hoo! Oh my god, I can't even tell you guys the amount of hanging on by fingertips I am right now.
Because we just read this, I was almost, if you'd put 350, I might have even gone for that. But
Okay, you've reached question number 10, which is worth 37 galleons, 15 sickles, 3 nuts, and a trick wand.
hey!
And submitted by Rachel Fountain. Which student was tortured by the Caros for freeing a first year that they, the Caros, had chained up?
Oh gosh. Okay.
Is it A, Anthony Goldstein, B, Michael Corner,
Oh.
C, Justin Finch Fletchley, or D, Parvati Patil?
Oh my gosh, none of these. My brain went immediately to Colin Creevy, and it did not go to any of these.
Good Sebulba impression.
Thanks. You know, it's like when I go home and stare in the mirror at night, that's what I'm trying to do. Summon my inner Sebulba.
What student was tortured by the Caros for freeing a first year they chained up? Gosh.
Let's see.
Only, I think one of these is a Gryffindor student, which would sort of lend them some
I don't think it's Parvati.
likeliness, but I also can't imagine Parvati just doing that.
I don't think it's Justin Finch Fletchley.
Oh my gosh, which student was tortured by the Caros for freeing up a first year the Caros had chained up? Oh my gosh, this is...
And I think it could be Michael Corner, because he dates Ginny.
like, nothing is ringing a bell to me. Like, the only... Let's see. Like, Michael Corner is just...
And it feels like one of those things where it's like see, like, no matter what, like, obviously Ginny has to be with Harry, but, like, clearly she has, like, good taste, you know, and people who would stand up for the right thing.
Oh, boy. Like, Justin Finch Fletchley, I could see, like, really being active because of his, like, whole second year experience with Harry.
We're on question 10, so like the humiliation status is going down.
Is this something Beth is going to remember is the question. But if they're only getting harder, I don't know. Okay, I might just go ahead and call Beth. I might have to do that one.
You know, if we can have like a bar on the screen to show like, it's less horrifying if we're here. I could buy a lot with 37 galleons, 15 sickles, 3 nuts, and a trick wand.
Hello.
Go.
Okay, I'm on the Who Wants to Be a Galleonaire here. I need your help.
Who wants to be a what?
A Galleonaire. Millionaire, anyway.
Galleonaire.
Yeah, okay. Which student was tortured by the Caros for freeing up a first year that they, the Caros, had chained up? It is either Anthony Goldstein, Michael Corner, Justin Finch-Fletchley, or Parvati Patil.
I felt like I was thinking it was going to be a girl, so I feel like Parvati Patil. but
Okay. Oh, man.
I don't
Okay.
know. That's my guess.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Beth thinks Parvati. I'm honestly not sure. She like was leaning towards just because it was a girl character, and I thought it because of the Gryffindor. But man, I do not want. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and burn the 50-50 too.
Okay.
I don't wanna lose it.
The 50-50 answers are Anthony
no!
Goldstein
Oh
and
no!
Michael Corner.
Oh no! This is bad because that was not helpful. Should have done that one first. That's terrible.
This is a famous Who Wants to Be a Galleonaire paradox that you
I
put
know.
yourself in.
Which one to do first? Which one? Let's see. God, now I'm just down to coin flip. This is terrible. Oh no. Goldstein or Michael Corner? Michael Corner dated Anthony Goldstein. I'm going to go with A, Anthony Goldstein.
All right, I'm going to go with B, Michael Corner.
Final answer?
Yep.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is correct.
Ooh!
That is incorrect.
Oh, man. Gosh, that sucks.
It is Michael Corner.
Man, yeah, I figured.
Oh, you got 9 questions correct.
That is such a bummer.
and
Gosh.
are leaving with 15 galleons.
Okay. All right. Man. Well, I guess that's that.
I think I have to ask you to turn in your knives and leave the hot shop or whatever.
Turn it.
Okay. Man, okay. The multiple choice, I'm telling you guys, like, I think without it, I would have said Neville.
Question number 11 is worth 100 galleons and submitted by Geekbox.
Okay. All right, Geekbox. I see you.
What vegetable does Harry think a gnome's head looks like? Is it A, cabbage, B, pumpkin, C, radish, or D, potato?
Oh, crap. So the first thing that came to my head was potato. But then radish also had like a certain head shape about it, you know? A cabbage seems like an unusual shape, and a pumpkin seems massive. It's like it was odd to interpret the head of this cabbage-shaped gnome head. I've never heard the people of the internet yelling at their screens more than doing this right now. Okay, I would safely rule out cabbage and pumpkin. Radish doesn't feel right because they seem like little ground dwellers, like little potato heads. The more I look at the word potato, the less it seems like it's a word. Potato, D. Final answer.
That is correct. Question number 12 was submitted by Kristen and worth 500 galleons. What are the first names of the two newscasters reporting on the strange occurrences in Chapter 1, The Boy Who Lived? Is it A, Ted and Jim, B, Bob and Frank, C, Joe and Rick, or D, Tom and John?
Oh, butts. Oh, gosh. And I know that Jay forever has wanted to memorize the whole first chapter. And this feels like something that he would... Oh my gosh. If it's Tom and John, that would be so fascinating because it would mean that, like, Tom Riddle. It's like, look at that. There's yet another Tom being listed. You got Frank Bryce as like a Frank. I'm trying to get in the mind of the person writing the multiple choice option. So Frank Bryce is who is killed at the beginning, first chapter of Goblet of Fire. Bob Ogden, Half-Blood Prince. You got Joe and Rick. I don't know anybody named Joe or Rick. But then Ted and Jim. It's like, back to you, Ted. Back to you, Jim. Back to Bob in the studio. Not that that matters at all. It's not like we learn more about these characters as time goes on. I am going to use my 50-50.
Okay.
Oh, dang it.
It is Ted and Jim or Bob and Frank.
Okay, I thought it was Ted and Jim. It's left. Bob and Frank, I have reasons for otherwise. A, final answer.
A is correct.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
You now have one lifeline remaining for 3 questions, and that is to phone your wife.
Okay, there was, and that was one where I was like, there's no way Allie will have that. Not off the top of her noggin. I almost said nugget.
Question number 13 was submitted by Amanda Nicole and is worth 1,000 galleons.
Wow.
Of theoretical prize money.
Wow.
When making Polyjuice Potion, how long do the lacewing flies need to stew? Is it 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, or 28 days?
Oh, man. It's an interesting question, because the potion takes so long, but I think it's because something has to be harvested at the full moon. Is there like a moment where Hermione's like, oh, we need to go back and add them because it takes... As far in as we are, as unlikely as I think Allie is to know, I would just say D, 28 days, for all the marbles.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
That is incorrect.
No! What is it?
It is 21 days.
Oh my gosh! It hurts so bad.
I forget, Jay.
Dang it.
I'm so sorry, Ben. I must ask you to leave the tent.
Leave the tent. Pack up your knives. Bum, 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 bum. Here, you know what?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Wait.
The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
Well, I would have been screwed anyway. Oh, hey!
Hi.
Wow, I can't believe you didn't answer.
Dude, I'm working.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. What kind of owl is Hedwig?
Snowy White?
Yeah! You got it. I already lost.
Oh, you already lost?
I already lost.
Dude, you stressed me out.
I'm sorry, but also thank you for calling me back.
Oh, I felt so bad.
It's all good. I love you.
Love you. Bye.
Yo, yo! Look at this guy.
Hello.
Oh, it's like old sneakers.
They are old.
You've been wearing old sneakers for a while, I have a feeling.
Yeah. Because I didn't win.
Okay, fellas. Neither of you has any idea who won.
I have
Okay.
no,
Oh, you have no idea. Okay, I was like-
I'm just talking smack, which I'm very bad at doing.
I was like sitting out there and I was like, this feels like it's taking a long time, which either means Ben is stalling like crazy or he's gotten way further into the game.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
both.
He did stall a lot more than you.
I stalled a lot. I was like, dude, the pressure.
The pressure,
Was
I
it?
know.
It was a lot.
I know. He's like, is that your final answer? And I'm like, well, I don't know anymore.
I know, that's exactly
It was
how
my
I
final
felt.
answer. I know.
Yes, it's like, I was like, I don't know how people were doing this on like actual Who Wants to Be a
It was like
Millionaire.
real money instead
Yeah.
of like, extremely real wizard gold.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, wow, I don't know, I could pay off my mortgage with this amount of money. Is that sure? Are you sure it's your final answer? It's
I know. It's like the real trick to
don't
Who
know.
Wants to Be a Millionaire is don't get stuck into the $1 million. Just like leave it.
So who feels like they won?
Not me.
I think Jay won.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think Jay won.
Oh, God.
Today's winner with a grand prize of 500 galleons is Ben Carlin.
I thought so. Yeah. How high did you get?
No way! I got to 12.
Okay, I
You
just
got
got to 9.
Yeah, Jay got 9 correct.
What got you?
The who, like, freed a first year from the Caros.
Who did you think it was?
I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know?
I had no idea.
No guesses.
No guesses. I mean, I was looking, I was like, Parvati's in Gryffindor, that's maybe helpful. And then I called Beth, and Beth was like, I thought it was a girl, so that was the only one on there. And then we did the 50-50, and then Parvati was gone, and I was like, well, now it's just a coin toss. And it was between Michael Corner and Anthony Goldstein, and I was like, Anthony Goldstein, and that wasn't it. So,
Oh, man.
I was like, Michael Corner can't have more character development than did date Ginny, so it must be Anthony Goldstein. And that's his character development.
That's just
That's the thing he did.
Yeah, so my logic was that I felt like they were trying to demonstrate that, like, while Ginny, like, of course, you know, like, Harry is the end game there. It was almost like trying to speak to the quality of lad that she would otherwise date.
Of course,
So-
yeah. That went through my head too. I was like, oh, Ginny probably has good instincts about these things.
Yes, yeah. Like, it's not like she was dating, like, you know, total jabronis or anything.
Exactly,
like, they were all
right.
winners,
Yeah,
you know?
right, yeah. No
Yeah.
Cormac McLaggens in there.
Of course not.
Can you
Of course
imagine?
not. Wow, I can't believe it!
Ugh.
My favorite
Well
part
done.
of this, you guys polled the audience on the same question.
Did we? Oh,
really?
they're gonna know.
Oh my god, nobody said anything!
Well, good for them.
I
yeah.
thought for sure that, like, when I went live... Did you go live on yours?
No, I just went on the Carlin
On the
Brothers
Carlin
one.
Brothers. Man, I thought for sure that if it was the same one that people would be like, why are they both going live asking the same question?
What's going on?
That's so funny. It took forever for them to answer for me.
Oh my gosh, I know. It was like, time running out. Then the first person was wrong.
Dude, I can't believe how, like, being cold called, though, that all those people knew the answer off the cuff.
Oh, I know.
Like, that's unbelievable.
Well, I was like, you can look it up.
Oh, I mean, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, but there's not that much time. Especially as
wasn't,
people
yeah.
file in, you know,
Yeah.
you kind of get figured out, like, what are they doing live for? Like, oh my gosh.
Tricky.
Wow.
Man, well, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Wow, okay. Anyway, be sure to let us know how you guys did in the towel section down below.
I mean, certainly better than me because you had access to 3 more questions. So
Yeah.
There is that,
Dude,
yeah.
can we hear the last 3?
Yeah. Question 14. What is the name of the church in Godric's Hollow? Is it St. Marcus's, St. Jerome's, St. Theodore's, or St.
I
Sebastian's?
think it's B. I think it's St. Jerome's.
I would have said the same. And also, I just would love to point out the fact that for question 14, you guys put as the value was however much Harry was planning on emptying his vault to pay for the fire.
That's fantastic.
I was hoping we got there.
Yes.
Yeah. It is B, St. Jerome's.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the last question is, which number was the Janus Sticky?
You have got
I
to
mean,
be
what
joshing
number?
me.
Is it 27, 36, 49, or 54?
I don't even understand this question.
I don't either.
What number was the ward? Like
in the
is it,
hospital?
it's ward blank, the Janus Thicky ward.
Okay.
Ward.
Well, so 36 is my favorite number, so I would dice that. I would say
think-
no because it would. There's no way.
I think it's probably 54 because I think it's the 5th floor.
Okay.
If they're like floor to room labeling system is the same as Muggles.
If it tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 54.
It is 49.
Oh, come on.
9. 7 times 7.
And that
What a
Come on.
lousy
question was
number.
worth 1 million theoretical
No, it's not. That
gallons.
makes maybe more sense. I think because
it's a floor
Mr.
below, right?
Weasley
Yeah.
is on the 5th floor, and they go down a floor.
So it's the end of the hallway on the 4th floor.
There.
I
you
see.
go. That makes
Okay.
sense. All
Okay.
right, all
Well,
right.
we made it all the way through. Now would be the right time to say, be sure to let us know how you did in the towel section down below.
Well, I knew some of those other ones I just knew.
You just knew. I know. You were
Yeah.
like shooting from the hip. Like,
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have known the other newscaster's name, but I always remember it's Jim McGuffin.
Oh,
It's just like McGuffin.
MacGuffin.
Use that term real early.
Right. Why not just like immediately right
Just
away?
go ahead, get the McGuffins out of here.
It's magic, guys.
Yeah, right?
Well, the other big question we need to know is, what did you guys think of this format? We're, of course, trying out some new versions of Jay versus Ben, just like Brother Knows Best, which you can check out right over here. Huge shout out to Ethan, the editor, who came up with today's concept and was able to put it together for us. Shout out to Kat for collecting all the information. And, of course, our quiz masters over on Patreon who submitted all of the questions that were featured in today's quiz. If you, too, would like to try to stump us in a future episode of Jay versus Ben, you can do so by heading on over to patreon.com/SuperCarlinBrothers and selecting the Quizmaster tier. I pause because we have too many Patreons.
Yeah, we do. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Until next time,
Bye!